Oh, honey.
Oh wow, it's me, Trixie Mattel, except it's not, it's me, Ava. I nearly got here, but then I'll let you in on a secret. I'm in fact not Trixie. This is my Trixie Mattel makeup transformation tutorial attempt look. And I'm very happy with how it turned out, spoilers. So if you want to watch how I did this and just hear me talk and babble to myself as I go through this whole makeup process and transformation, keep watching. Cool, hi. I've been on a journey to get like the perfect grey hair, and this is after 2 washes, but I think I've finally achieved it, and there's some good news. So combined with these glasses, I look like actually an old person. Also, I swear to God, throughout my whole drag career, I've had like a cyst on my forehead. Ugh. But anyway, today I'm doing a Trixie Mattel transformation, mainly because All Stars 3 is coming out, and I want to like jump on the hype. But also, I think it'll be cool. Obviously, she's got probably the most iconic face, so I'm going to see how it looks on me. I'm not going to expect anything amazing, because we have very different faces. So without further ado, I'm going to start with putting primer on the face, because we're going to put a lot of makeup on this face. That's another thing, Trixie probably uses like nicer makeup than me. I use a lot of like cheap makeup. I think it'll be interesting for me to kind of demonstrate how far you can push like affordable makeup. Well, you know, some of it. And the first step is gluing down the eyebrows, because we are not using these, and I always nearly like forget this step, and then it's really annoying when you go putting your makeup on and you're like, oh shit, I haven't glued down my eyebrows, so gotta glue stick. This one's new. So I take it everyone knows how to like cover eyebrows by now. Against the grain, with the grain, cover every hair and glue, flatten it, keep doing it, and eventually it just becomes a surface as flat as your skin, and then you can cover it with makeup. One thing I never understand is like YouTube makeup artists who are able to like do their makeup, and they obviously, because they're always on YouTube, they want to look pretty. You know, they don't do this whole slapping their hair back out of their face to do their makeup. They fully like, if they have a fringe, they'll keep their fringe down while they're doing the makeup and everything, and just kind of get the makeup in their hair just so they can look pretty 100% of the time. And it's just like, how? I think I am going to start with all the concealing and stuff just while the eyebrows are drying, because it can take a while and you don't want to just sit there wasting time. This is a Kryolan TV paint stick in 1W. For the first time I had one actually run out, so this is a brand new one, and ooh. So I'm going to like, not take it slowly, but kind of do this cautious method of doing a whole base and then adding the contour and highlight on top of and to that. I feel like another good thing about using a shade which is slightly paler than I am is the lightness helps to erase my features. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a loose powder and just throw this on top of the glued down eyebrows. This is where if you're wearing pants they get ruined. Oh wow, they still look like eyebrows. Some tips for when you're gluing as well is kind of pay attention to the direction in which your hair grows. Up for these ones and out for these ones, if you know what I mean. What's everyone's opinion on the taste of glue? I think it's nice. I'm not going to do the full on contouring yet, but what I am going to do is I'm going to suggest and darken some of the contour areas. Kind of helps when if the brows are a little bit maybe tacky at this stage, because then it means if you really press the powder in, it will like properly like sink in there. I think I'm satisfied with this cover, which means I can then go in with my stick and cover it up. Now I'm going to use the dark stick first, because the eyebrows show through and they have a kind of blue tone to them when they come through the base. So what I'm going to do is just completely cover that with this more orangey darker stick. Yay, colour correcting. Okay, now I'm going to go over this with my base colour. Look at that. What eyebrows, bitch. Okay, so obviously I feel like one of the most iconic pieces of contouring on Trixie's face is the big, round, unblended cheek contour. But it's blended upwards very well, but the bit that isn't blended is like the iconic, sharp cheek. Definitely going to do that after the rest of the contouring, so I'm going to contour the rest, my forehead, and my nose, and my jaw. So I actually didn't think I had a contour quite as dark or the same colour as Trixie, so I got this from H&M, which is a cream contour palette, and I feel so basic for buying a cream contour palette, but it's just because this one comes with like these two colours, and especially this one. And I also bought this thing, which is a an LA Girl Pro Concealer, which is also a very nice brown colour. So I'm going to use these. I feel like this one's darker, so I'm going to try this out first and see how it works. Get a brush that I'm going to contour with, and the palette, I kind of wish I had a slightly smaller brush, but this should be fine. And then just really get it in there, because I'm pretty sure there's a colour already on this brush. Yeah, I'm fully convinced that just like cleaning brushes is a myth. Oh, it's beautiful. I like a pretty severe jaw contour. So go like from the ear to the chin. I do this when I want to blend down my jaw, but the angle of the jaw is like too harsh to like see what I'm doing, so I like squish it all into one. And it's very glamorous. And then it's all just a flat layer that I can just blend down like this. Does anyone remember when season 7 came out, and then there was like the premiere, and there was all them HD photos came out at the premiere event, and everyone was like shook at what Trixie looked like in HD with a flash on a red carpet. And everyone's just like, what is that? I authentically loved what she looked like when I first saw it, which I thought was interesting because I'm a fishy queen, and we talked about it as well at one time at a meet and greet. She was like talking about how fishy queens probably don't usually like or get her. We've met 3 times. Obviously she wouldn't remember me because I'm just a generic drag queen at a meet and greet. But I remember the first time was in Manchester, and she asked me, are you a real girl? And I was like, no. And she was like, oh wow, you're a fishy queen, blah blah blah. That was when she just got on Drag Race, as in she hadn't even been eliminated yet kind of thing. And she was so nice. I remember we were talking, she was like holding my hand as we were talking. At the time anyway, she liked to like connect with people when she spoke to them. I feel like that might have changed now, because obviously with as big as she is, everyone is all up in her business. So now I feel like she wants to like keep her distance a bit, and is obviously she's still friendly, but obviously she's not going to do the whole. She was telling me how she bought her dress from like that town or whatever, which was probably like, you know, the thing like stars say where they say like, oh, I did this on the way here and all, and it's obviously a bullshit story that they say at every town. It's probably that, but you know, it was still nice to talk to. The second time we met was like a few months later. It was part of the Valentine's Day thing that she and Katya did, and I went dressed as Pearl, as in season 7 Pearl, because I had this idea. I was like, firstly, everyone tells me I look like Pearl, so I may as well do it for fun. And also I had an idea it would be like season 7 reunited, and it'd just be funny. It's just an excuse to dress up as Pearl and do a Pearl makeup tutorial. But I didn't have a long blonde wig at the time, which is probably my biggest regret, because I went as Pearl with a shoulder length bob. Oh god, I looked awful. I really wish I could redo it, but I'm also kind of a little bit over the whole drag queens looking like Pearl thing, because every single drag queen ever fucking looks like her now. And then the third time we met was like a year or 2 afterwards, and she told me I looked like Pearl. I went dressed as a Barbie doll, because it was like Trixie, Barbie doll, and so many drag queens like say they look like a Barbie doll, and I was like, well, I think I actually have the proportions too. So, hey, so you know me with my cheek brushes. Look at that. Look at that. So the cheek seems to go to about the lip. It goes to about the middle of the lip, but she overdraws the lips a lot. So the lips come out to like here. So the cheek actually comes to like here, I guess. I'm going to just draw it all the way to the mouth, because then I can just blend it out with a base colour. So this is going to look like such a mess right now, but I promise I'll make it look nice. So I decided I'm going to take a much smaller brush, because I really want to properly do this cheek. And I'm probably going to move to the darker brown. Oh no, it should be alright. I'm hoping I'm pleasantly surprised and I don't look like shit. I'm sure I said I'd do my nose before the cheek, but I just kind of got distracted and was like, nah, go on. So the nose doesn't really matter so long as you just get it brown, because then you can just add a thing in the middle. What does she describe it as? A worm swimming in gravy or something, which is accurate. You know the way when you put lots of brown on your nose and then you bring it out a lot, it almost makes your nose look bigger. It looks like that, but it's very, very drag. I have a much slimmer nose than Trixie anyway, so like I've already come to the edges of my nose, but I feel like proportionally her brown area like triangles more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drag the brown out a little bit further anyway to about my nostrils. And I also just completely obliterated my nostrils now. Where have they gone? And actually I need to remember as well, her nose goes up to her eyebrows, and her eyebrows are probably going to be like here. And then make the nose end early, because I don't want the nose to come all the way down to here. So just cut it off. don't want to do the crease until I've suggested where the eyeliner is going, because I feel like the eyeliner is deceptively huge. So it's only once I put that on I'll be like, oh right, the crease needs to be over here. And just because this is my new toy, I'm going to play with this and see what this does. So I'm just going to squeeze it out. It's one of them like squeezy brush things. Shit, that is dark. Paint it on. You know, I feel like Trixie used to do her cheeks probably like this dark, or as dark as she used to. But I feel like in recent days she has lightened them a bit, because something about her face just looks almost prettier. I'm going to just kind of smudge this into the face. So I am making a mess here because I know I'm going to clean it up afterwards with a lighter colour. Oh, I have a really original joke that I don't really hear many people on makeup videos make. Do you want to hear it? And we're done. I don't want to blend them anymore in case I ruin the shape I've got, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it all with powder. Before I do that, I literally just remembered I forgot to even highlight, so if it might be looking a bit flat, it's because I haven't highlighted yet. So I'm going to take the 070 white paint stick and highlight all my highlight areas, which is the apples of the cheeks, the cheekbone, the nose, above the lip, the chin. Like going back on top of some of the highlights where I feel like I may have blended them out a little bit too much. This is all just a constant process of going back and forth. Here I am just whittling down my chin. So I'm just going to do the powder now. So right now I'm just kind of tapping and like dabbing rather than brushing, because I don't want to disturb any of the makeup underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put powder right on the ends of the cheeks, just to kind of lighten this area a bit. Okay, so now in contrast to what I did with the creams, I'm going to do the contouring and highlighting but with powder, but this time I'm going to highlight first. And I'm going to use this Constance Carroll bamboo powder, and it's just a white powder. I'll put it on in all of the areas that we highlighted just to reinforce the highlights. So then this is going to leave this on to like set, cook, bake, whatever you call it, but in all the areas I'm not too bothered about if it stays or goes light, like say the nose, I'm going to dust that off early, so like this. Okay, so now I'm going to take this bronzing powder, which is also by H&M. This is a good cool toned brown, which I'm going to use on everywhere that I contoured. I find contouring with powder is actually much easier. Some people don't do cream contour and skip straight to powder. Okay, and now time for the cheek. Taking my angled contour brush, apparently. I just dusted away that light powder because I want to like blend this all into itself. But then I am going to put that white powder back on there, because when I do the eyes there's probably going to be a lot of like fallout. So that's probably a waste of time for me to get rid of that. That's also one of my favourite things, when you leave powder under your eyes and then dust it away and you see how it looks. Right, so this all looks fine except for the nose, because I realised I just had not done the nose. So I'm going to do the nose. Maybe a little sort of pink or red or orange in this brush, so if my nose looks a bit too warm, that's why. I'm actually going to take a pink eyeshadow. I'm going to take Savage by AUrban Decay, which is one of the quintessential pink eyeshadows out there. It is rivaled by Sugar Pill's Dolly, which I think is a favourite of Trixie. Put a lot on because I know she likes a lot of blush. Look at me blending this away from my life. Oh boy. So this cheek I feel like is more what I wanted. This one is just way too much, so I'm going to see if I can fix this. I definitely do feel like the blush colour here definitely helps to marry the two, but I have made it way too dark right now. Even it out a bit. Oh wow! Maybe this just looks too dark because I haven't got any other dark colours on. I feel like once I've got the black eyeliner on and dark lips, it will. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, like sketch everything out as though it's a picture to colour in later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out the shape of the eyeliner, and then I'm going to draw on the crease and then the bottom crease thing as well. So the first step is the eyeliner, which is kind of comes, it's definitely extended into about the nose, but it kind of comes slightly down at an angle as well. From the eye, I reckon it comes out like that and then kind of follows the temple line to just go straight up. And then there is just a great big line connecting the two, so it's just a giant triangle on top of your eyes. Now, I'm drawing over the covered eyebrow right now, so I have to be careful. So what I'm actually going to do now is I'm going to take a white on a little brush and just kind of suggest where the crease goes, which is going to be here. That is going to become my new eyelid. Very much like, almost like a square that just fits in nicely here. So I think that is the eye shape. Okay, and sorted. So now I'm going to draw the lower eye shape. I feel like her bottom eye line thing starts about here. So it really will just go completely under my eye bag, which is good. And it goes to about just above the nostril, so I'd say here. It's basically a straight line, except it curves with the shape of the eye here. So it's like a slight up curve, upturn, and then a straight line just underneath my eye bag. Now, should I do eyebrows now? So they start right into the crease here and kind of go almost straight up at an angle, and then they meet with the eyeliner, but they're quite thick, so I think they might come in a bit like this much. And the arch on them is quite high and pointed. This looks like really weird right now, but I'm pretty sure like this is just like my way of like mapping where things are gonna go. Now, is this eyebrow too thin or is this eyebrow too thick? I'm gonna go back in with that white and just kind of raise that bit of the eyebrow. I'm going to get my white powder and put that underneath here. Because you know, something fall out. I feel like because I've already got the eyeliner shape suggested, I don't need to do the black, so it's easier to do all the lighter colours and then black last. So what I'm going to do is that. So I'm going to take this ScandalEyes eyeshadow stick in 001 Witness White, because this is a very white stick. You really want like the whitest thing you can find. Now for the eyeshadow, which is the colour I'm going to put in my crease, pink or something, but she actually doesn't really do like, I feel pink in the eye that much. I feel a lot of the time kind of a brown, like a warm brown colour. Almost a neutral eye with either a touch of pink and then like the pink lips, which are often either a nude or a light pink. I'm probably going to do a more stereotypical what you think of when you think of Trixie look rather than a actual kind of Trixie makeup, because I feel like then it will translate better as oh, you're going for Trixie Mattel. So I'm going to start with my contour colour, which was this one, and I'm going to just go over this pink crease line. And see, that was the good thing with me using that purple pencil, was I could use it, but now I can cover the colours and it's not there anymore. But even if there's a little slight pink undertone to everything, that's fine with this look, isn't it? And since while I'm doing the brown, I'm also going to do the same underneath. I do like how this brown now definitely blends everything with the contours, and now the eye shape makes sense with the rest of the face, I feel like, and it also makes the white stand out more, which is always cool. It looks like I've got the bottom lines flicking inwards, but you can see that's just the bag of my eye, which is kind of annoying. I can't really work around that, but I'm going to try to just kind of lighten it up. Maybe I'll stick some like glitter on it or something, that always helps. So we're going to go in with Slowburn by AUrban Decay and just kind of tap that in. So all of these colours are going to just look much less noticeable once there's a harsh black in there. And then I am actually going to go back in with pink, the Savage by AUrban Decay. I'm just going to get it right on the ends here. I'm actually going to put more pink under the eye because I think the pink under the eye looks very nice, and I think I have seen her do that a few times. And it just makes it look more interesting in pink rather than just like brown, which if you're going to try and do like an iconic Trixie look, I may as well throw a lot of pink in there. Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take AUrban Decay's Jilted and just put that on the corner, just because I feel like it just suggests like a slightly darker pink. And you see this white powder, that's where this comes in useful, because then I'll be able to brush this off and the eye makeup underneath will just be much better blended. So then I'm going to take this black, but maybe a very dark brown, and just go right along the crease line. And I'll stop it just short of where it starts to come back down. So I'm just going to take that white pencil back again and just kind of clean up this crease, really like cut it. So I'm going to take a black pen, felt tip, and just kind of sketch out where I'm colouring in. So first it's the extended inner corners that come into the nose quite a bit. Start the eyeliner that just goes up and over the eyelid. Right, that is a wing I'm happy with, and then this one, I want to make it a bit higher and come up at a more harsh angle, because I don't think Trixie's crease actually comes in this much, it stops about here. Then actually make the triangle, make the is this the hypotenuse? Make it more vertical. I would suggest using a like felt tip or something for this because you want something that's like cheap and does a lot. Say if you were to use like a liquid eyeliner, you'd probably go through a whole bottle. This is disgusting. This eyeliner is literally gone up to and past my eyebrow. You basically want to try to get it symmetrical because as big and as easy looking, I guess, as Trixie's makeup might be, she does it really well and it's always very symmetrical and very precise and well done, which is kind of a giant middle finger to anyone who suggests that she does that makeup because she lacks the talent to, say, blend. That's another thing I hate that queens do, is if they want to come for someone's makeup, you just use the trite and overused insult of, oh honey, your makeup is not even blended or something like that, and it's like, what are people even talking about when they say that? There could be so many more issues with a person's face than how blended their makeup is. Like, some parts of makeup don't even need blending, you know, eyeliner, that doesn't need blending. It just seems like such an easy thing to say. It's up there with thirsty dry ass wigs. It's like, okay, great, another thing that doesn't really mean anything. Remember how I was worried that the eyeshadow looked too dark, and now that this black is here, not an issue, not a problem, not a concern. The black comes down to about the eye, like the iris, the pupil. She wears big lower lashes, but I'm going to just do a little lower flick to suggest kind of lashness. And I'm going to just quickly do that line in the crease that she has. Cool, so that might be it for the eyeliner. Right, and now for the eyebrows, I'm going to take a blonde eyebrow pencil and colour it in. I want to start off with the lightest colour, because then you can add texture and hairs and stuff afterwards. Now I'm going to take this angled brush and just refine the shape on the outside, and also blend it in here, do that whole ombre eyebrow thing. Look how my eyeliner raises up when I raise my eyebrows. Right, so now I'm going to take a darker brown blonde colour and just go over the eyebrows like that, and then just start to drag it out. The closer into the middle I get, the more I blend with these vertical brush strokes to kind of, just while I'm here, suggest some brow hairs. I do feel like Trixie's eyebrows are warmer than these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that white powder and just put that right in the middle. And also over the eyebrows just to kind of lighten them a bit. More so in the centre than the outside. And draw some hairs on. Well, that doesn't look that good. Subtly warm the eyebrows up and then make them look more Trixie-esque. So back again with the light powder. I'm going to just blend it all in and dust it away. And I can move it from here. Ta-da! Wow, are the eyes done? I think the eyes are done. I'm going to coat my top lashes only. Not the bottom ones, because look at my bottom lashes, they are not being used at all. Now, I don't like wearing contacts, and I don't, even if I did, I really don't like light coloured contacts, because I just don't really think they ever look good. I'm not going to wear them for this look, because I know Trixie has, like, kind of the stereotypical bright blue contact lenses, but lately it feels like she either hasn't been wearing them, or she's been wearing darker ones. She looks so, like, mean and bitchy in her, like, selfies, and I don't know if it's because she has the dark, moody eyes, or if it's just the angle she takes, but she always just looks like... I love it. Because I feel like what glitter does when it reflects the light, it just makes the white areas suggestively bright. Also, while I'm finishing the eyes, I need to reinforce this nose highlight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that white pencil again and just take it right down the middle of my nose, like this. Okay, and now it's time for the lips, so I'm going to use that same long purple pencil from before, and I'm going to draw on my lips with that. She doesn't have much like Cupid's bow definition. I'd say the Cupid's bow on her drawn on lips is about within line of the nostrils, so the high points will be here and here. And then after the Cupid's bow, it's just straight down to the mouth, but a little bit past the mouth. Round it out a bit. And the bottom lip again, it isn't just a round thing, but it comes out a lot in like a straight line. And then goes up from there. Is this a big lip? I think so. I have this velvet lip lacquer, which is like a pinky purple. So then I get that vibrant colour on the outside, and it mixes with the lip liner, so I feel like it'd be fine. Now this dries matte, and I like lip stuff that dries matte because then you can't see the shine from your lip shape. So now I'm taking another pink. This is BarryM's Jelly High Shine Lips. If you went to art school, you'll know purple complements well with yellow. I don't understand why my teeth look so yellow in drag, I hate it. So now I'm going to take a white eyeshadow and just put that in the middle. Okay, and now it's time for some lashes. Now, I too am fond of a big lash, but I doubt there'll be anything quite as big as Trixie's, but I'm pretty sure if I put them on, you'll get the idea. You know, do the usual thing, leave the glue on there until it gets tacky. Haha, like me. So these lashes are covered in, like, several wears worth of glitter and stuff, but who cares? It's drag, that's an improvement. I don't know if that white powder was, I don't feel like that was staying on as good, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a different light powder. This is the MeNow Strobe Glow Highlight Kit. There, that's much better, isn't it? I have these, which I'm just going to cut up and stick on the bottom. There. This is the closest thing I've ever done to the whole individual lower lash thing. Usually I just draw them on because I hate little lashes. It's just, oh my god, it worked. Yes, bitch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can feel them on my cheeks. Like when I look down, I can feel them on my cheeks. Got my eyebrows on my forehead. Eyelashes on my cheeks. Fucking lips on my chin. Basically, Trixie Mattel is Picasso. I want to do some like coloured glitter, but I can't be bothered. Yeah. Oh. It's time for the outfit. I'd come as Trixie from when she was wearing the whole swimsuit and swimsuit cover-up era. I don't even know if she wears pearls anymore. I did have a really nice big necklace full of jewels I was going to wear, and I cannot find it. So, pearls it is. And now it's time for the hair. Oh shit, am I going to have to sit back to fit this in? Does Trixie wear platinum blonde? Who knows? I came in the biggest hair I could get. Some good old wigs and greys. I can't afford that, it was given to me as a gift. And some earrings to stop me looking like a man. Looking like people's hard. Should I wear the pearls? No, it's fine. You get the gist, you get who I am. Ta-da! Well, there you have it. I cannot decide how to have this fucking hair. Here is the final look. It's probably the most makeup I've ever wore. Am I gonna have to be yet another queen that steals Trixie's look? Because this looks good. You know what I look like? I look like that time she put Willem in her mug. I could have saved myself all this time and just linked everyone to that video. So let me know, do you think I look like Trixie? I think I kind of do. I wouldn't mistake myself for her, but I definitely think, oh, Trixie. Let me know what you think of this transformation, of this makeup, of this damn hair. I can see my eyelashes. Also, I'm wondering, have you been watching Drag 101? It's my new series that I'm doing, as I'm filming this anyway, and it's like a fully step-by-step, super in-depth talk about makeup and everything. It's almost like a lecture, like a webinar, like a educational series that I'm doing, and there's going to be about 10 episodes intended for both people who know a little bit about makeup or maybe just want some extra tips, and it's also good for people who have never even picked up a makeup brush. Check that out, and also any of my other videos. Is there anyone you think I should transform into next? Please watch my other videos and subscribe for future videos. And also, please share this with her because, like, I want attention. And I think that's all. Cool. Okay, so thanks and bye.